Welcome to Let's Play NASCAR 2005 Chase for the Cup Part 2. No, you're not hallucinating. This is Part 2. Yeah, I'm doing a reset, basically, of this Let's Play. And I figured I'd start with Part 2, because Part 1 was just the intro, so fuck it. But anyways, I'll get more into that, but first, let's start our career off, start it over, do it proper this time, with our first modified race of the career and of the 2004 season, the Railway 150 at Red Ball Raceway. Fucking, yeah. Anyways, take it away, Bill Weber.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's NASCAR Featherlight Modified Series race here at the Red Ball Raceway. This challenging short track always provides fans with tons of excitement. Don't miss a moment. EA Sports brings you all the action. We're only moments away from the start of the racing events.
Yeah, what he said. So, yeah, every race gets its own little introduction from Bill Weber, and what we're going to do now is we're going to qualify. So, whoa. I love when the freaking, the marshal there does the very quick animation to hold you, but anyways. Oh, I need to change an option. One more option that I need to change, and that is... Well, not to turn vibrations off, turn with transmission to manual. For some reason, it's in the controller settings when you're in a race, and it's not with all the other options, but okay. There's manual transmission. So, qualifying, we get two flying laps, one warm-up lap, and two flying laps to try to set the best time we can. So, yeah. I can't remember if I cycled through the cameras in the first part of this LP, so I'll do it now. Here's the bumper cam. Here's a hood cam, and then we have a close chase and a far chase. Those are the only four cameras. No interior cam in this game, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm going to be using the far chase camera for this entire LP, so hooray. So that's the one, because this is the chase cam that I can like get the better feel of. Also, I qualified on the pole for my first race by only 2/100ths of a second, but still. Great way to start the career. Anyways, I'm going to let the starting grid scroll through here. So, yeah, I'll get into the whole restarting this LP in a moment. But first, let's go through the rest of the starting grid. 22 modifieds in a race here. And here we go now. Green flag. Downshift second gear, because the game likes to start me in a higher gear than I would like to be for acceleration. Also, I just realized I forgot to talk about like all the pre-race options. You have a practice session you can do, which I ignored, obviously. You can, just run laps, tweak the setup of your car and stuff. Then there's qualifying, and then there's happy hour, which is another practice session. It's just called happy hour, because that's what they used to call the final practice session in NASCAR, which is neat. But, yeah, anyways, as far as racing in this game is concerned, there's one trick, one very important thing you need to know about succeeding in this game. Stay on the bottom. Stay right, firmly planted on the bottom of the track. Keep those left tires on that white line. Even if you have to slow down more than normal. Oh, someone already has an issue. Just going into the pits, alright. Can't tell what happened here. I can't see any... Oh, yep, there's smoke. Alright, someone blew up. Nice. Pulled a Mick Honda immediately. But anyways, yeah, staying on the bottom is the absolute... a must, basically. Oh, that was way too close. That was way too close. Because once you give up the bottom lane, well, everyone's going to pass you. Because the bottom lane is by far the fastest, especially on short tracks. On speedways, you can, on the longer speedways, you can kind of get away with running maybe like a lane, half a lane to a lane up in some cases, but even then, the bottom is still the preferred place to be around the corner, so yeah, there's that. Anyways, so this is our first race, yay, it's 37 laps. Because we're doing quarter distance, and the whole, that's the longest distance I can do in career mode, so yeah, 37 laps, because this race is scheduled for 150, and 37 is, 1/4 of 150. rounded up to the nearest whole number and stuff. But yeah. So why am I restarting this LP? Basically, I just didn't like the way it was a mess. This LP was a fucking mess, in my opinion. Like, you know, I started career mode. I decided to pass on a couple things that would actually help this advance or help me progress quicker, which would have been a good thing. And also, like, once I got to the second season, I decided to omit some races, and it was just a bad idea, and it just turned into a giant fucking mess. And I feel like I just need to do just a clean reset of this entire thing to basically do this the way I want to, and the way that will be best for the viewers, for your viewing pleasure. So, yeah. That's basically why I am completely redoing this. So if you don't like it, oh well. Tough shit. At the end of the day, it's the way I want to do it. You know, like I said, I'd be more satisfied if I just fucking started over now, instead of kept going with the format I was doing and just been disappointed with that. I'd rather, like, actually have a completed product that I'd be less disappointed in. So yeah, there's that. Hey, now that I am, like, you know, more in tune with how this game works now, through all that, hopefully this LP will go a lot better. Or this attempt at the LP will go a lot better than the last one. Yay! First things first is hopefully this first race goes well. I'm somehow still leading as we, like, passed the halfway point a couple laps ago. I'm not going to win this race, I can tell you that right now, because, yeah, this is about the stage, in this stage of this race, where my tires are starting to wear down. I'm starting to lose grip, which means I need to slow down more in the corners. Unfortunately for me, the AI does not experience that loss in grip. A little cheap, but hey, whatever, it's EA. I'm not giving them the benefit of the doubt, it's just like, well, I'm not surprised. But hey, yeah, it's something to, adds to the challenge, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, as you see, I'm clearly slowing down very much already, and there's a pile of cars behind me. Pretty much all of the remaining 20 AI cars right on my ass, 2x2. Hooray. Halfway on fuel. Fuel doesn't matter in a modified series because you can't actually make a pit stop in the modified series, or there's also no yellow flags in the modifieds. It's kind of like the same as Dirt to Daytona. In that case, the way it was with the Dirt series in the modifieds and Dirt to Daytona, there was no pit stops and no yellow flags. It's interesting. There we go. Right front tire showing wear. Oh boy. Anyways, you see all the information on the screen. There's the skill points thing, which is interesting because, yeah, if you do certain things, you earn skill points, such as being in the lead of the race, or executing a clean pass, or doing other things, which I haven't shown off yet, like the share draft feature that was talked about in part 1, thanks to Bill Weber. And yeah, but you can also lose skill points in the race by hitting other cars or hitting the wall, or just you know, driving poorly. And I'm about to lose the lead for sure here. Been going door to door for the last couple laps here. It's only a matter of time for, yep, that happens. I was waiting for that to happen. I'm going to do my best to try to keep my car on the bottom though, so they'll have to pass me on the outside, which my pace is slowing down enough to where that's actually a thing that they're able to do. Also, I got a little bump there into turn 3 because of how slow my entry speed was. Go me. So yeah, down to third. 2 guys who have passed me are just driving away. There's a surprising amount of grip there through 1 and 2. Carried a lot more speed than I thought I could at this point. This juncture in the race. Got 5 laps to go here at Red Ball. It's our first modified race. Trying to remember if there's anything else I need to like talk about as far as like, oh, the mechanics of the game. But I mean, I can't really show off like the share draft right now because well, the cars in front of me are too far away and I can't draft them. Any draft I'm getting off that draft meter is from the cars behind me. So yeah. Anyways. Also, if you're wondering, those that yellow and red lights there that are next to the fuel gauge on the HUD, those are for assists, like when they activate the light turns on. So I think the red is for the brake assist and then the yellow is for stability. But since I have that shit turned off, they're just there. They just exist, and are actually completely non-functional. So hooray. Anyways, final lap here at Red Ball. And I managed to not bin it and not cause any issues, and I end up finishing in 4th position in my first race. From pole. Not bad. Here's our top 10 results. George Myers takes the win of the first race of the season. And here's our post-race screen. We get a bank statement which shows us how much money we've won from the race, such as from our contract, from the race itself, from sponsors, but we don't have that. And anything we've earned from merch, which apparently I've earned $1 whole from merch sales. Oh shit. And then our new balance. Here are our race results by Old Spice. Ooh. It shows the winner's prize, how many cautions, how many lead changes, average speed of the race, total race time, and the margin of victory, which was 1 second for George Myers to Cadwell. Then the results here, it shows where everybody finished, where they all started, how many laps they completed, how many laps they led, and how many points they earned from this race, as well as bonus points they earned. If you're not familiar with NASCAR from this era, if you lead a lap of any lap in a race, you earn 5 bonus points, and if you end up leading the most laps in that race, like I did here, with my 27 laps led, you earn another 5 bonus points to go towards the championship, so that's cool. But here are the race results. Actually, Foster with a really good run from 18th to 3rd. Wow. I'm just going to scroll through here. And last place is George Dennis. I believe his first name is George. Started 21st, so it didn't, he was already in the back of the field, but he blew up on lap 6, basically. Wow. Great start to his season. Hoo-hoo. As there's the results, and then after that, we get a highlight reel, which the game, takes some highlights from the race. I think it's 5 clips, with the 5th clip always being the actual, crossing the finish line. It's pretty cool. Shows, interesting things that happened in the race, which for me, the only interesting things was, I get my car on the bottom, and people eventually pass me on the outside, etc. Anyways, let's continue to this screen back in the garage. We're celebrating our nice 4th place debut. Got a career update, shows how many prestige points we've earned, how many fans we've earned, and also how many hero or villain points that we earned. I earned 0. That was neutral, and I have a message from Ace Moneymaker.
Alright, now you've got a race under your belt, so it might be a good time to start checking out some of the other screens in the Fight to the Top main menu. Now head on over there and check them out. You're going to need to start getting familiar with all these screens and how they work.
I've already done that, Ace, in the first segment. So everybody was sent back to the race select screen. And now, let's check out, with each race we've updated, update our contract history, shows all that shit. The track performance is updated, but most importantly, I can't speak, the points are updated. So after first race, I end up tied for 2nd in points, thanks to those 10 bonus points with Elmer Cadwell. 15 behind George Myers, the race winner. And there's the rest of the points. Probably not going to scroll through everybody in every race after every race, just because. Yeah, we'll get the final standings. But hey, good start to the season. Tied for second. You know, I got a pole on my debut, and finished fourth. Can't complain. Can't complain at all. So, check the game status. We now have more fans. Ranked 205 in terms of fans. Got some money. Shows our prestige points. How many? Yeah, you know this already. So that'll conclude the first. Well, but this is part 2. That'll conclude the first race segment of this redo of the NASCAR 2005. So, with that, stay tuned for the next round of the Modified Championship, where we're going to Milwaukee for the Badger State 150. Yeah!